Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Mustangs will put total leather to crank us up. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Tulane right back to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Lets it fly. Finds a man in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Wants to throw. It's Newton. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Got his man downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Wood. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So SMU's offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Mustangs will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. To the air, it's Newton. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch. And here they come, going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Oh, better look out. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Here's the give off the left side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Boyd. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And it's no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move there. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's got him in the flat. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Looking for a man. It's Newton. Finds his man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Boyd. There he goes. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tulane.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Rutgers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Moving away from pressure. Turning it on. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give out of the gun. Gets it past the marker. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. From the gun, running back gets the give. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. No huddle offense to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, he missed it. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Unloads it left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Newton. Pressure coming. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, Rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Power football with the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got a man in the middle. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Mustangs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Newton. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Tulane now facing 3rd and forever. He's looking downfield to throw. There's the pressure.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down. And the Mustangs will punt it away on fourth down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Here comes the heat. He's open on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They get to him as he throws.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
They just keep firing. Quick completion on the out route. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They punt it away on fourth down. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. To the air, it's Newton. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll line up for a second down play. The play action fake. A strike downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. Going with the ground game left. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. The quick out. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go back to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Mustangs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! And that one will give them the lead. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Cal is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that has not been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up 14 over Kent State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Quick completion on the out.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. Back to pass. It's Newton. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself. Makes it past the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Mustangs have their offense in high gear. Touchdown Mustangs! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Looking to throw, it's Newton. Hauls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Wants to throw again. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Got him downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
8-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
The give to the back. Got enough for the first. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all.
Wide open spaces.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the 4th quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Find some fresh air. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Back to throw, it's Newton. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. And this feels like the exclamation point. The defense with a scoop and score.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right.
They're trailing by 11 to Rutgers. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants a big play here late. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Quick strike complete.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Punch it out of the air. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They're looking to throw on second and short. Fires on the move. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Tulane lines up on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Back to pass on second down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back now.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. The clock reads 19 seconds. Onside kick coming. They have to get it to have a chance to win.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And